but you're also a fixture in New Japan now as well.
Yeah.
I'm so interested to learn, like, how was that brought up to you? It's like, hey, yeah, we would like it if you would go and work in New Japan, you know, just with Mercedes and Julia and some of those people. Do you have any time?
Yeah. So I had been approached about doing the tournament and the new title that was being introduced. And I had been a New Japan fan, and being able to see women start getting integrated into it more and more, I was like, oh, that would be really cool if I would be considered for something like that. And then when that opportunity was presented to me, I was like, yes, please, let's get this approved. Let's make it happen. Cool. And then when I saw the field for who was in the tournament, and I was like, okay, well, one, there's only 4 people. So it's very select about who they're considering having be a part of it. So that's a huge honor there. And then 2, to see which performers were a part of it, I was like, that was one of the moments where I was like, okay, I'm a player now. I am one of those people where we were talking about earlier, how it's like not so much the underdog kind of rookie outlook anymore. It's like, okay, I'm a legitimate competitor at this point. And then obviously went on, won the title. And from that moment, it was like, oh, I guess I'm in here now. I'm doing New Japan, going over to Japan. I'd love to continue working for them as much as possible. It does seem like the door is open for me to return even after my loss to Julia. So I'm, fingers crossed for a fun and exciting future with New Japan and New Japan Strong. Yeah.
So obviously, after the Mercedes match, I got to do my digging because it's very clear that unfortunate things happened during that match and things that you can't predict. And when I talk to New Japan, they're like, well, it sucks that she's hurt, but this ain't bad to have a woman that represents the brand like Willow and is on weekly television everywhere else as well. I mean, that had to have been like a wild situation to be a part of. And word is that Mercedes was like, got to switch it up. I mean, in your mind, what goes through your head when it's like, is there any like, are we going to get in trouble for this? Is like anything going to happen? How does that work out in your brain at that moment? Because I can't imagine being in that situation.
Honestly, wrestling, obviously it's very competitive. Everybody wants to win. But I take my opponent's safety into consideration. That is obviously like a top priority to me. So my first thought was like, I just want everybody to be okay.
Yeah, of course.
I just want everyone to be okay. And I do, extend the most wonderful well wishes to Mercedes. But, at a time like that, that's the business. That's the fight. That's how it goes. At the end of that day, I was the person who walked out and had my arm raised in the air. And so I do what a champion does. I thank the fans. I celebrate. I have a great night. I get home to my hotel, hug the title close to me, and let that sink in for what it is. Every match you go into, as somebody, again, who's becoming more and more of a player, every match you go into, as your confidence grows, you have to think, I'm walking away from this. I'm trying to win. I'm going to be the winner. And so that is how it unfolded.